So, hi there everybody. Look, I'd like to start by saying that I'm going to take a break for a couple of days with these, and there probably won't be any more of these comments videos until Monday or Tuesday next week. Okay? But don't worry. So, let's see. Let's comment on your comments. Nitu, hi. As the day progresses, despite my will, my enthusiasm starts wilting. And I feel quite demoralized because that's when you get time to pursue your passion, to follow your hobby, of doing something for yourself. Good. Giliola, me too. Maybe you want to watch a movie and your eyes close inexorably. That happens to me too. Good new day. Thank you, Giliola. Me too. Same here. Life's moving so fast that we hardly get time to do our stuff like read a book or do something of our choice. Wish you a great weekend. Hugs. Thank you, Giliola. Albertine, thank you. And Nitu. Oh, thanks for the word inexorably. It's a good unstoppably. And I'm glad you appreciated the word. I, thanks God, have the time to listen to books. It's a great fortune because a good book teaches and delves into our soul and extracts so much of what we often do not want to see. Hugs. Yes, it illuminates the bits that we don't want to see, but we really ought to think about. I love that, Giliola. Sheed. During spring, moreover, summertime. Good. I might put an in, moreover, in summertime. It's lovely to stop by and contemplate. Don't need a by, to stop and contemplate beautiful flowers such as lavenders, daffodils, tulips, poppies, bluebells, dahlias, jonquils, and many others before they all wilt. Yes, that's one of the beauties of the spring and the beginning of summer, and then it gets hot and everything dies back. And Nitu, hi. If your determination to learn vocabulary starts wilting, take a break, but make sure you start again and not lose it for a lifetime. Yes, because you get rusty if you don't practice. And Mannequin, hi. My energy wilted during the workout. My concentration wilted during the lecture. I wilted when I did not get enough sleep. She wilts a lot because she has low iron. Good. I wilted running a mile without stopping. Okay, very good indeed, Mannequin. No corrections. Birds of a feather flock together until the cat comes home. Until the cat comes. Yes, you see this second bit, until the cat comes, most people don't know. And thank you, Douglas. And JB Roux. Brew, your French accent is incroyable. Before I learned Spanish, I used to learn French. I learned French at school. My French was pretty good, but nowadays it's very, very, very rusty. I was also a brocanteur for many years as well. So, Mohammed, in thrift shops, tons of things are being snapped up due to their rip-off prices. Rip-off, no. Because rip-off means that they're too expensive due to their bargain prices. People tend to snap things up when they're on clearance. When I was about to buy this wire, the shop owner told me that it's so hard to be snapped. So, the shop owner told me it's hard to snap, to break. But what happened was the opposite. Thank you, Mohammed. And is factor into? Absolutely. Yeah. You need to factor this into your equation, Dommy. Francisco, great to see you. After 3 hours walking and 30 degrees, the dog finally wilted. Yes, because I think in the Mediterranean coast it can be pretty humid as well. Although many of our fans in the Far East suffer much, much more heat than that. And my pleasure, VG. And happy last hours of March. Same to you. And hi there, 40. Great to see you as well. So, let's see. Thank you for this video, sir. A is for Albion, perfidious Albion. Hey, I'm glad you like it, Sherwin. VG, this is the 90th video in my Alex AMPM comments playlist. You see, I've done it for 45 days without stopping. And the fire was smouldering till the last minutes. Okay, I would probably, till the last minutes before it spluttered out. Very definitely. Very good, Mohammed. And VG, was it coffee, the thing you drank in the part of the video? No, I don't drink coffee. It's normally Coca-Cola without sugar. Okay, so VG, nobody noticed it, but that person wrote lead instead of lead, a common mistake on the internet. By the way, some people think that lead is the past of that lead is the lead is the past of lead. But I think that the spelling is the same, just the pronunciation is different, because something like that happened to the word read, read, proofread, but no, the past of lead is lead, not lead. Okay, lead is the metal, L-E-A-D. L-E-D is the past of the verb. And worried. Thank my dog. Ethereal. Okay. He wilted under the pressure. Good, Mr. Music. I miss your charming voice. Well, here I am again, Mr. Music. To wilt, to decrease and wane. Good verbs. And music for me to listen to. Thank you, Mr. Music. Okay, great to see you, Blue. Lovely to see you again. And let's give you a heart as well. Thanks for the music. I shall listen later. And Lucas, I'm a friend of yours, my friend, and I appreciate your work. Thank you very much, Lucas Martins. And more music, Mr. Music. Thank you. And thanks, sir. Akimbo. Okay, my pleasure. How beautiful is the English language and how accurate it is. Very good English indeed. How beautiful is the English language. I love the way you've written that. Very good, Mohammed. And Mohammed, the thing I regret the most is that I have not known you, my teacher, for 10 years. Well, better late than never, and I'm still making videos. And more music from Mr. Music. Thank you, Mohammed. And another one for me to listen to later. Thank you so much for these, Mohammed. I actually quite enjoy some of them. Some of them, they're okay, but some of them are really quite good. Okay, so Watcher Blue, great to see you. And Nora, forever grateful, dearest teacher. Okay, yes. Dearest teacher, may you kindly write down the name of the book you referred to. Wilt. The book is called Wilt by Tom Sharp. There's also a TV series adapted from it, not a patch on the book. And Tom Sharp, he's a very funny writer. Light, easy to read. It's not one of these serious things, and full of situational comedy. It'll probably make you burst out laughing from time to time. Yeah. His books, Porterhouse Blue, Cambridge College, and Blot on the Landscape were also made into TV series. And again, the books are much funnier. If you want a light read, these are good books to read. Yeah, they're not. It's not great literature. It's just funny. These are comedies. And thank you, Mr. Music. And thank you, Mr. Music. And thank you, Blue. Sacrosanct. And Greyman, thank you so much. I didn't expect to find such an informative answer to this question. Well, I try and give informative answers. That's what I try and do. And Kevin G. McAllister, thank you. It's useful. Okay. And let's see, glad it was helpful. And glad it was helpful. And Static, hi there Static. If you stay up late binge watching space documentaries, you might wilt. I just fall asleep if I stay up too late. And Static. When they designed the JW Space Telescope, they designed it in such a way that shunting wasn't an option if they experienced any malfunctions. Everything had to be perfect. And that was one of the problems with the Hubble Space Telescope. Okay, and Lil Palm 69. Hi, thank you. God bless you, sir, and the same to you. Huh. Ubiquitous. Freddie Stranger, I'm here because Jim Carrey used the word. Give your life to Jesus Christ. Okay, at least this Christian's respectful. Thank you, Freddie. And thank you for watching. And, Giliola, man is a being who is in absolute need. I would say who has an absolute need to know everything that revolves around him. But that's because he thinks everything revolves around him. It is an extremely strong wanting that man satisfies by means of reading that can counter ignorance and, I would say, lack of knowledge. Thanks. Extremely strong wanting. You can use wanting like that as a noun. Thank you, Giliola. And Giliola, witnessing the wilting in the mind is unbearable, but it is under our eyes every day. Thank you. And hi there, 40. And Roland. Okay. Being a coach calls for dedication and hard work. A great coach needs to showcase his marvellous repertoire of communication and leadership skills. A trainer has to inspire football players, otherwise their enthusiasm would wilt. Not only does a successful coach perceive the strengths and weaknesses of his own players, he is also able to instill invaluable ideas into them, such as the importance of physical exercise. Each and every member has a different role in the team. Everyone needs to act in the split second. While a striker is required to be quick and elusive, the defender has to be aggressive, and they should not steer clear of physical contact with the opponents. Seldom do people pursue a sporty life. This sedentary phenomenon is especially true among the cohort of digital natives. If a coach did not have good communication skills, they would not be able to get their message across to their players. This is very good English. Well done, Roland. You've got a huge variety of grammar structures. You've done all sorts of things. There are lots of inversions. I love this. Well written, Roland. And wow. So, hi there, 40. Hi, AA. Have a great Friday, both of you. And it's great to see you. And VG, yo VG as well. Lovely to see you all, you three. And I have scant clothes since 2010 till now. Yeah, since 2010 till now. The till now is not necessary because you've got this since here, which already says it. Nice sentence, says Qualenta, but I reckon I have had sounds better. Yes. That's good. So, I have had scant clothes since 2020. That's all you need. Thank you, Bisalom. Great to see you. And Fran, unfortunately we have a scant supply of some items in the supermarket. Great work, Fran. And Static. There is scant evidence for anything that transcends our biology and physiology. Very good. I don't think there's any. You see, I think if there are things that transcend it, these are also scientific effects. And Zara, there is scant budget to hire more people in the company. Well done, Zara. No mistakes. Love it. And Salim Hali. Thank you, Salim. Great to see you. You're watching Fuss. Okay. And Manji. Every time I see the husbands paying scant regard to their wives' contribution to the family, it demoralizes me. Very good sentence. Scanty rainfall results in harsh and arid conditions in desert regions. Good. The pretty girl was sniggered at, I like that, was sniggered with this at, by her fellow classmates for wearing scanty clothes. They did it behind her back, though. That's very, very good. And Ibrahim Mus says, very good use of words. I would only mention that you don't need to use the article the before husbands, because you're talking about in general, not specific husbands. We don't use the definite article when talking about general things. So I actually probably concur with Ibrahim. I was wondering about this, but this could be within a specific group of people, and therefore it's acceptable. Yeah, although I think maybe it would sound better without the. But the husbands in this group, the husbands in this society, maybe. Yeah, husbands generally probably reads better. And 40. You are right, Ibrahim, but I often hear native speakers add the before days, weeks, streets, even when they're talking about them in general. I was going to ask Sir the same question. Like, during the days, I am busy. The is being talked about in general. I guess the specific days of my life. During the days. During the days that I'm there. During the days. That's very good. I would say this is probably an exception, 40. The problem is the is so complicated and so has so many things to it. Or people throw things away on the streets. The specific streets that we live in. The days of my life. That's how I feel about it, but this is more a gut feeling. People throw things away on streets. During days, I am busy. You could lose the in both of these, but 40, the is better in both of these. I'm sorry. And Manji. Okay, to be honest, I was in doubt about using the before husbands. But my daughter told me that it's not wrong here if you hint at a particular group of husbands who do this thing. Because not all of them are so heartless. Let's see what our teacher says. Nonetheless, I'm really grateful for your response, Ibrahim. Thank you, dear. Yes, I quite agree with you, Manji. As I said earlier, the here, it's possible. I think it probably reads better generally without, but it could be. Let's see, AK. That's brilliant. So really, this word the is so difficult. Yeah, for me it's very easy, but to explain to people who don't have this word, the hardest thing in the English language if it's not in your native tongue. Okay, that skunk was dressed scantily. Okay, skunk, S-K-U-N-K. But that's fine. So hi Nikos the 6th. And Manny. Okay, lovely. Whenever Richard Cory went to town, we people on the pavement looked at him. He was a gentleman from sole to crown, clean-favoured and imperially slim. And he was always quietly arrayed, and he was always human when he talked. But still he fluttered pulses when he said, "Good morning," and he glittered when he walked. Okay, I'm going to leave the rest of this. Thank you, Manny. Okay, this was actually a request by Patricia. Yeah. So yay. So this was your request, P. And Yuppie, Illy, thanks, Alex. I guess I said guns. I meant for the enemy, not for Richard Cory, not for the brave. Whose pulses will he flutter now? How will he glitter? He can neither talk nor walk, let alone breathe. Who will say good morning? To whom will he say bonjour, bonjour bébé, hi sweetie pie? Standing he is, cheek by jowl, with the worms while the wicked are mauling the innocent. I feel like a butterfly with no wings to clip, a counterfeit coin, copper in a Maharaja's turban. So sad is he could be a clown, a slut with no ships to sail, no area to anchor, a washed out wilting, withering wally, a court jester who does not speak in jest, in whom nobody believes, no one listens to, not a jot, a jibe or a smidgen. because they have made their choice to lend their ears to evil, crass counterfeit uses of money, and depraved ideas of justice and peace. Wow. Very, very good piece of writing. Thank you, B. Yeah, I think for something like this, it's worth complying to your request. I was lucky with this one because it's not in copyright. Yeah, but many of the good things I would like to do are. So, Deep T. Many people across the globe were forced to eke out a living with scant resources during the pandemic. Scanty resources and flagged enthusiasm, I would probably say flagging enthusiasm, often thwart the progress of any activity that we undertake. The COVID-19 pandemic ate up all the savings she had accrued over the years. In this situation, the scanted financial conditions made it difficult for her to meet the ends of her family. Made difficulty for her to meet the ends of her family. Very nice, Aditi. Well done, thank you. And Neetu. It's lamentable to see their family ekes out a living with scant rations, but opportunely they have their relatives' steadfast support and their aspirations to thrive in life. Their aspirations to thrive, 2 plus verb, are sturdy. Aditi. Due to the scantiness of a good storyline and maudlin performance of the actors, the film fell flat on the audience. I love it. I love this fell flat. Good work, Aditi and Guarenta. Due to the scant salary of the only breadwinner, the children struggle to make end eat and often scour, S-C-O-U-R, for food. Okay, Navanitha, hi Navanitha. He had scant interest to work because of the scant salary. Okay, yeah, he had scant interest to work because of the scant salary or the scanty salary. And very good, Navanitha. Twisty soundy sounds. Well explained, Wilt, well contextualized. Thanks, sir. I'm glad you liked it. I'm glad it was helpful, Twisty. Knife. Just to let you know, scant evidence is not suffice to substantiate your claim. Very good, Knife. Well written. I love it. And Sheed. I reckon the adjective scanty matches perfectly the description of the outfits, accoutrements of ancient Roman or Greek statues we can admire in museums nowadays. Good English. Well done, Sheed. And Gangster. Great to see you, Gangster. And Manji. What a rich poem, sir, thanks. In my view, this superb poem deals with the theme of appearance versus reality. No book should be judged by its cover, as they say. In spite of being an immensely wealthy person, Corey wasn't happy inside out. This realistic poem conveys the message that money per se isn't enough to bring happiness in one's life. Most of the time, these unhappily rich people have to put masks on their faces to hide their true emotions. It's a lovely analysis, Manji. Thank you very much. Yeah, as I said, this was a request by Patricia. Williams. Hi, Williams. What does it mean when one uses upon or on plus object pronoun? Example, God's salvations and blessings are upon us. They have arrived. Something is upon us. It has arrived here. Summer is upon us. Yeah, I think mostly I put it on the table. I put it upon the table. Same meaning, just formality. But it means that something has arrived. It's come to us and it's now on us. Suddenly the problems were upon us. They arrived. They were something that we had to deal with. So thank you, Donkor Williams. And Chris. Private property rights are sacrosanct. It's a fundamental concept, the very basis of peace and prosperity. civilized society would fail without it. But sadly, the state does not recognize the sanctity of private property. In its eyes, it owns both us and all we have, and it can produce legislation to prove it. That's so right. Is it any wonder that the world is so uncivilized? I love this. And it can produce legislation to prove it. It owns all we have, and it can produce legislation to prove this is true. That's very funny. I like this a lot. So thank you, Chris. And oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Let me go back. I've just had a mistake here. So let's see if this is going to take me back or not. So bear with me. While we're doing it, if you enjoyed the video, give it a rating, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you soon. And this time I'm going to have to go from the top downwards. Or maybe let's just look for where we were previously. Gosh, it's going to take me a while. Sorry, I should have gone straight from the top. Or maybe there's not far to go. Okay, no, that wasn't that far. Okay, this was very good, Chris. I love it. So, P. The things I found most delicious was when he put on his hat in a kind of salute gesture, when he buttoned his shirt, arranged his tie, put on his suit, with the slow, deliberate, ticklish gestures, when he slips his foot into his sexy suede shoes, in a quick, sharp, brisk movement, as if to cinch a deal along with a little girl wearing daddy's shoes. I love gazing at men's shoes. They're big and strong, and walk assured and unwavering in gentle giant strides. And when he whispered good morning, ooh, ooh, God, oh God, just the lips breaking out in a smile, the outline of the lips, you don't know what will happen next. Ooh, swoon. I'm dead before the hard-nosed bullet went through his head, and even before the poor bloke was able to dish out his dollars. If only I'd been there to whisk that gun away. Given him her toy guns. Yeah. It's a sad poem as well, P. Very good. Well written. Thank you. I love the way you've written this as well. It's very good quality. So, Hassani, great to have you. Dear teacher, your courses are really so valuable, and I decided to follow you regularly and never ever miss here too. Okay, thank you very much, Hassani. Fran, needless to say that we appreciate your dedication and all your amazing explanations. Thank you so much. Good example, Fran. And Funda, great. After the football team left the buffet, there was scant food for the other customers in the restaurant. Very good. Dear Alex, can scant also mean itsy bitsy teeny weeny, which I love? Yes, very definitely. Teacher, is it possible that you don't close the sections in which we write our sentences like here? Even when you don't answer our sentences, it's for me so important to make notice so that I remember that I had wrote down the lesson. Scan in my notebook. If it's possible, I appreciate your kindness. If not, I understand and will not stay akimbo with my arms in front of you. So, if any sections, any comments sections are closed, it is not because I have done it. YouTube is full of bugs and errors, and it may be for that reason that you find some closed. Okay, and I never bank on the forecast, Fran. They never hit the nail on the head. Good English, Fran. And dear teacher, I was following other teachers hitherto till I subscribed to your channel. Thanks for subbing, Hassane. Yes, you've got a lot more and more detail as well. P. Hi P. Another thing I liked is the way he adjusts his glasses in a pensive, heavy-hearted gesture before the fatal deed. It's the neighbour's fault again, her misdemeanours, her minions, mismanagement of hard-earned euros. She's always kowtowing unabashedly to the wicked and hobnobbing with scumbags like herself, taking the gold out of our mouths for wanton vampire greed and a lazy lecher's lust. Thanks for the poem, Alex. The day must flutter and glitter and waft diamonds and dollars and dolphins. Oh, I'm so excited. Swoon, swoon. I'm glad, P. I love your alliterations in these. There are loads of them there. Heavy-hearted, misdemeanours, minions, mismanagement, earned euros. Well, the sounds are slightly different. Lovely, thank you, P. Okay, so the answer to yesterday's was clam up. And Leferite says limber. Yes, but limber. Yeah, it's the only one. I love that your spelling of it. Yeah, limber. To limber up, but that's the schwa sound. Aditi says limber up. Great to see you, Leffy, and great to see you, Aditi. There is only scanty evidence about his involvement in the incident. Great to see you, Rizgar. And Limber says vibes as well. Good. P. I could listen to it all morning, all night with insatiable wantonness, insatiable, and unbridled vigour. I've always adored this poem. Even imagine the gunshots. The gunshot was fireworks, like a climax, the apex of a ridge, the zenith of a zephyr in the zoom, a swarming of sweetness, a swig of spirituality, a honeyed host of hugs, a glut of godliness. Enough, enough. Lovely, P. And Khalid, if you limber up, you prepare for an energetic physical activity such as sport by moving and stretching your body. Well done, Khalid. My pleasure, VG. Great to see you. And my pleasure again, VG. Have a wonderful month of April. Thank you, VG. The same to you and the same to all my all the people who watch. I like your old videos. Happy Friday, my teacher. Thank you. Same to you, Katia. Great to see you. And stocks of fans and air conditioners. Okay, stocks of fans and air conditioners were scant in this shop last week because it was scorching and people were buying a lot of them. Good English. I've got scant pity for people who ignore me, and when I ignore them, they whine about how mean I'm being to them. They whine. Okay, and VG, put a scant quart of sugar in the batter, then stir it well for 7 minutes. Sounds like a good recipe, VG. He paid scant attention to the teacher. Now he doesn't know what to do. And VG, when the pirates got to the island, they saw that the scanty sand would surely reveal where they had buried the treasure. So they locked the jewels away in a chest in the centre of a lake, and that was the middle of the island. Good English, VG. And, sir, what's the difference between lock up, lock down, lock away? So to lock is just to turn the key in the lock. I think up makes it more, it just adds emphasis. It was locked up. Locked up implies in a safe place. Locked away, exactly. And lock down is to keep people in position. Yeah. So if you don't want people to steal things, they need to be locked down to a surface. So the people are like there's a lock with them, and they're locked down. They can't move away from it, and that's the idea of it, VG. So the scanty trees made the place look odd. Good, VG. When the house was scantily furnished, you could hear noises, sounds echoing from off the walls. Good English. Her scanty clothes made her look very sexy. Good English as well. They were scantily clad, I like clad. And everyone was gazing at them at the dance. Good. Engine. Hi, Engine. The children who are not cared for, children who are not cared for, are the children who are not cared for, sadly, most of the time they will wilt. After having heard from the doctor my state of health, my enthusiasm had wilted. So I think children who are not cared for properly, most of the time they sadly wilt. And after having heard from the doctor about my state of health, my enthusiasm had wilted or wilted. So thank you, Engine. Parkash, nice poetry, thank you. And Limber Up, definitely Minati. To shush, to tell somebody to stop making a noise. Shh, be quiet, shush. Don't you shush me. Okay, so shush, to shush. To ask somebody to be quiet. 40. Hello, sir. Is it correct to say he lied to me, telling me that he was rich? He messaged me asking me to attend a class tomorrow. He lied to me telling me that he was rich. He messaged me asking me to attend a class tomorrow. These are perfectly good, 40. And for learn. Hello, sir. Limber up is a phrasal verb for to warm up. Lumber is timber. Lumbar means spine. And could you apprise me of the word Lombard? Okay, Lombard is a person from Lombardy. Yeah? Okay, Lombardy's a place. So a Lombard is that. Because in my language there's a word spelled the same for pawnbroker. Okay, no, it's not a pawnbroker. Yeah, it's a person who lives in a certain place. It's an inhabitant of Lombardy, and I think also that Lombard, there's a financial group called Lombard, and I think Lombard own many pawnbroker shops, and that may be why. Okay, 40. Hello, sir. Is it correct? She is the lady most of whose kids he has taught. She's the lady most of whose kids she has taught. Okay, they are the people most of whose educations have been at this school. So they work, but I would probably rephrase it. That lady is the one who most of whose kids I have taught. That is the lady most of whose kids I have taught. So those are the people, and this school has was the one which gave them most of their educations. They are the people whose education, so most of those people had their education provided by this school. There are other ways of doing it, 40. Seema, clam up, definitely, well done. Limber up, says VG, very good. To limber up, VG, to warm up before exercising, to prepare, get ready for energetic activities like sport, etc., by moving and stretching your body. Limber, says Manji. Very good, Manji. You should always limber up and do some stretching exercises before doing a strenuous workout. Sir, in this question you wrote do some stretching exercises before. Shouldn't it be I've made a mistake? Well done. My bad. An errata I cannot change. Okay, very good, VG. And thanks for hearting and answering my comments. My pleasure, VG. And number 1, absolutely. Limber up, definitely. Kariaki. Hi, Kariaki Cherno. Oh, more. There's no network in my phone to use dictionary online. I start using YouTube. This man is my dictionary. Lol. Good. You'll find just most words that you need here. And Billy Abdi, the majority of young generations are sucked. Yeah, the majority of the young generation. The majority of young generations are sucked into social media engagement. Therefore, the imagination to explore the majesty of our universe is apparently atrophying or atrophied or has atrophied. So let's just refresh this and remember there are going to be a couple of days where I'm not going to make these comments videos, so don't worry, I'm fine. You will get other things, yeah, the other things like the poll and the videos. AK, hello sir, in my native language we say do something by heart. Do not show off, help someone by heart. I would say with your heart, to do something with heart, with your heart. Does that make sense in English? Yeah, I would use with, so if not, suggest me some replacements. The problem is in English you learn something by heart, by rote. Once 9 is 9, 2 9s are 18, 3 9s are 27, 4 9s are 36, 5 9s are 45, 6 9s are 54. Yeah. Okay. So by heart, and that's the idea of by heart. Therefore, with heart, with heart, with all of your heart, with your heart. Okay. And Mohammed, we need to survey these things, so we asked for a surveyor to do all of that. Very good indeed. Assess, not an asset. So let's give it one last go, but I think that's it. So remember, this is going to be the last for a couple of days. Save your comments until the middle of next week, if all your questions, and then with a bit of luck I will duly answer them. Okay, so bye for now.